Hello friends, welcome to another video. It's time for me to talk about the house of Mancera once again, but this time around I'm talking about a monster from this house, a monster called Mancera Black Prestigium. This is an incredible piece of jewelry that Mancera produced. It's one of my favorites from the whole lineup, from all of their collection, and this is a monster type of fragrance, at least on my skin, because as always in my videos I only talk about the experience that I have with this type of products on my own skin. So Mancera Black Prestigium was launched in 2015. The nose behind this one is of course Pierre Montal, and this is a fragrance that's so sensual, so erotic, so romantic, so elegant, so complex. Such a masterpiece. In one word, this is a masterpiece that you really need to get your nose on if you didn't already. A very interesting combination of notes, very long, absurdly long longevity, and monster projection at the same time. It's a fragrance which is recommended to be applied just once on your skin, not more. If you just want to say goodbye to life, you hate your life that much and the people surrounding you, then you're going to apply 2 sprays out of this bottle, 3, 4, 5, I don't know. But in my case, for example, 1 spray does the job. And it does it really great. This is the presentation. I am not interested as much as others in presentation. This is how the cardboard box looks. Not interesting to me. The bottle is differentiated by all the other bottles in the Mancera collections by the fact that it sports this metal facet on the front of the bottle, and this bag which comes in 2 colors, black and gold, and that's it, nothing else. But the most interesting thing is the composition of this fragrance, because this is a fragrance for those of you who love orris, those of you who love rose, those of you who love oud and also amber and leather. In the top notes we have orris root, patchouli and bergamot. In the heart we have rose, oud, woodsy notes and violet, and in the base we have amber, white musk and leather. As I said, this is a very sensual, very romantic slash erotic type of fragrance, but at the same time it's very elegant, it's very luxuriant, I would say, would be the best term to describe this fragrance. Very opulent. This is high quality made by Mancera, because all bottles from this house that sport the name Prestigium are the best fragrances that the house of Mancera makes. And we have this one, Black Prestigium, we also have Gold Prestigium, and we also have Pink Prestigium for women. This one and Gold Prestigium are marketed as unisex fragrances, but to be honest, in my case at least, Black Prestigium falls more to the masculine side of things. Let's talk about the composition and the scent, because that's what we are interested in. It starts very powerful with a very dark, beautiful, powdery orris note. Afterwards, after a couple of hours actually, this note, which is assisted by a very dark patchouli note at the same time, gets combined with a beautiful, almost creamy, I would say, dark rose, and you also get the oud and some woody notes. The oud inside in this one is your typical Mancera oud, very nice, very well blended, very, I would say it rather feels quite natural compared to other fragrances. If you want, to me, it resembles a bit with the one found in Gold Intensity Oud. Very, very beautiful oud note. And in the base, you get a huge blast and very warm at the same time of amber combined with soft, relaxing leather. Very beautiful composition. This is, at least on my skin, a bit linear, but in their defense, all Mancera fragrances on my skin are quite linear. Basically, what I get in the beginning is what I will actually get throughout the whole wearing. but it doesn't offend me, it doesn't bother me at all, mainly because every single fragrance that I have from this house simply smells great. High quality, very well blended, voluptuous compositions with individuality for the notes found inside the composition. Very long lasting and very good projecting at the same time. But in this case, this is an exaggeration. Because in terms of longevity, Mancera Black Prestigium on my skin stays at least 24 hours. It's incredible. This is a monster in terms of longevity. Also, in terms of projection, it projects so strong for a couple of good hours. I never even bothered to be or to pay attention how many hours, as I usually do, a fragrance projects on my skin. I never even bothered to see for how many hours Mancera Black Prestigium projects strong on my skin, because it's not your typical strong projection. It's overpowering, if you want, and you feel every single time that you wear the fragrance on your skin that it's pushing and pushing for more, and it's simply amazing. That's why I highly recommend, or at least that's why I use only one spray with this one, because to be honest with you, I'm afraid to die. It's very simple. I'm afraid to die, intoxicated by this beautiful composition. And I'm not a big fan of Oris. Actually, Oris is one of the notes in fragrances that they don't tickle my bell, to be honest. It depends on the composition, it depends on the creator, it depends on the fragrance. Actually, I hate Dior Homme, which everybody else praises. I hate it. I don't like it. At the same time, I love Valentino Uomo Noir Absolu, which smells simply amazing. Again, I love Black Prestigium mainly because I don't get the same vibe from the Oris found in this one as the one found in Dior Homme. That lipsticky vibe, which I honestly hate to death. I cannot smell something lipsticky. It's simply gross for me to feel that sensation. So this one, happily, it's a bit powdery, but it lacks the lipstick vibe, which makes the Oris on my skin and for me to be something very spectacular, very delicious and enjoyable at the same time. So this is one of those cases when Oris is presented in such a way that I actually enjoy it. This is a fragrance, in my honest opinion, best suited for formal events, for important meetings, important events, but also for romantic scenarios slash erotic, if you want. I don't know, it's your problem if you get there or not. I cannot help you with that. So it's best suited for this type of scenarios. Also, this is a fragrance that needs to be dressed up. It smells so opulent, so luxuriant, so rich that I honestly cannot see this fragrance being worn at a, I don't know, casual type of clothing, to be honest. It would be an offense to the fragrance. Also, this is a fragrance that I highly encourage you to wear in wintertime, especially when it's really cold outside. But you can also wear it in spring and fall. But be very careful in what type of temperature conditions you decide to wear it. Because as I said, it's very strong, it's very powerful, it's very glowing if you over apply it. But if you wear it in colder days, it will work simply nice. Beyond, let's say, 15, 16 degrees Celsius, I wouldn't actually wear this fragrance on myself. This is a fragrance that could be tried and worn by females, but honestly, as I said, to me, it leans a bit more on the masculine side, mainly because you have that leather note, you also have that amber, but the most important thing, you have that dark patchouli, and also the wood and woody notes, which come in the composition and make it a bit masculine. It makes the composition to lean more masculine because those are in general masculine notes. So for me, women can try it out. They will probably enjoy it, love it. They will probably want to wear it. So I don't have a problem with this. But as I said, to me, it leans more masculine. It's best suited on a very seductive man, dressed up, very elegant, and so on. Great fragrance from the house of Mancera. As I said, one of my favorites from their collection or from their offering, one of the best for sure. And I highly encourage you to give it a try if you have the opportunity. I don't know, buy a decant, buy a sample if you can get your hands on one of those. Try it on your skin, see how it smells on your skin, see how it performs, because what I said in this clip applies to me and my skin and my skin's chemistry. Your reaction may be different. It may perform better or worse than on me, and you may get different notes out of the composition. That's why I always encourage you to try the fragrances before or prior to buying a full bottle. But this one, to me, it's full bottle worthy. The price isn't too high, though we are talking about a niche house, but I would say it's quite affordable, and I highly recommend Black Prestigium to everyone. This pretty much does it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one, and as always, be safe, be good. Peace.